What if your dream adventure was actually a death trap in disguise? Every year, these stunning mountains attract thrill seekers from across the globe, and every year, some never return. These aren't just mountains, they're nature's most dangerous creations, beautiful, deadly, unforgiving. Welcome to Explore with Journey Junction, where we take you to the most breathtaking, mysterious, and extreme places on Earth. From Everest's death zone to volcanic peaks that breathe fire. Here are the 10 most dangerous mountains in the world, and the terrifying truths behind them. You'll want to think twice before you ever set foot on these giants. What's it like to stand on top of the world and still be just minutes from death? Mount Everest towers at a staggering 8,848 meters, located in the Himalayas, right on the border between Nepal and the Tibetan region of China. It's Earth's highest point and also one of its deadliest. Above 8,000 meters, climbers enter the infamous death zone, where oxygen is so thin your body slowly shuts down, even if you're just standing still. Here, frostbite can claim your fingers in minutes. A wrong step, a 2,000-foot fall, and if the weather turns, you may vanish forever. Over 300 people have died attempting Everest. Many remain on the mountain, frozen in time. A chilling reminder to every climber who dares follow. It's the ultimate symbol of human achievement. And yet, Everest asks one haunting question: how far would you go, just to touch the sky? If Mount Everest is the highest, then why is K2 considered the most feared climb on Earth, rising 8,611 meters? K2 is the second highest mountain on the planet, located in the Karakoram Range, straddling the border of Pakistan and China. But unlike Everest, there are no rescue helicopters here, no easy exit. K2 is remote, unforgiving, and brutally steep from base to summit. Its nickname, the Savage Mountain, and it earned that title the hard way, with a death rate twice that of Everest. The weather can shift in seconds, avalanches and rockfalls are constant threats. And once you're caught in a storm, rescue is almost impossible. One mountaineer said it best: K2 doesn't forgive mistakes, it punishes them. Would you risk everything for a chance to conquer the unconquerable? What if I told you the most dangerous mountain isn't the tallest, but the one that almost guarantees you won't make it back? Located in central Nepal, the Annapurna Massif is home to Annapurna 1, standing at 8,091 meters. But don't let its lower height fool you. This is the deadliest 8,000er on Earth. With a fatality rate that once reached 32%, Annapurna has claimed more lives per attempt than any other mountain in the world. Its slopes are steep, avalanche-prone and unstable, a perfect storm of risk. Even elite climbers often don't make it out. Entire teams have disappeared here, and when disaster strikes, rescue is nearly impossible. Helicopters can't reach many of its most dangerous zones. Annapurna doesn't just test your strength, it tests your luck. And when the odds are this grim, you have to ask, is any summit worth that kind of risk? What if the most photographed mountain in the world was also one of the deadliest? The Matterhorn, at 4,478 meters, straddles the border between Switzerland and Italy. Its sharp, symmetrical peak has made it one of the most recognizable mountains in the world. But what most don't realize is that its beauty hides a deadly secret. It's one of the most dangerous mountains in the Alps, with a fatality rate that climbs every year. What makes the Matterhorn particularly deadly is the false sense of security it gives. Its popularity leads climbers to underestimate its risks, and the weather can change in an instant. The Matterhorn's infamous ridges are prone to rockfalls, and even experienced mountaineers have been caught off guard by sudden avalanches or high winds. Every year, climbers lose their lives on this beautiful beast, and for many, it's not the mountain that gets them, it's the illusion of safety that leads them to think they're invincible. Do you think you could conquer this mountain, or would it conquer you first? What if the greatest danger on a mountain wasn't the height, but the extreme cold that could freeze you to death in minutes? At 6,190 meters, Denali is the highest peak in North America, sitting majestically in the heart of Alaska's rugged wilderness. But don't let the height fool you. Denali's real danger isn't in the steep climbs or the altitude, it's the sub-zero temperatures and violent storms that make this mountain so deadly. Climbers are often exposed to temperatures as low as -50 degrees Celsius and winds that reach over 160 kilometers per hour. Hypothermia can set in within minutes, and a wrong turn can turn deadly fast. Unlike Everest or K2, Denali doesn't rely on rockfalls or avalanches. It's the extreme cold that claims most lives, stripping away your strength until you're nothing but a frozen shell. Even the most seasoned mountaineers struggle with its cold. And once your body starts to fail, there's no one around to help. Would you risk it all, knowing your worst enemy might not be the climb, but the unrelenting cold that waits above? What if a mountain could be the most climbed, and still be the most deadly? At 4,810 meters, Mont Blanc is the highest peak in the Alps, and one of the most popular climbing destinations in the world. Yet despite its popularity, Mont Blanc claims more lives each year than any other mountain in the region. The danger here is deceptive. Mont Blanc's allure draws in thousands of climbers, but the reality is, this mountain has some of the most fatal climbing routes in Europe. The fatality rate is staggering. Over 100 deaths have been recorded in the last 25 years, many due to avalanche and weather-related incidents. The weather here is notoriously unpredictable. A clear day can turn into a deadly storm in minutes, with high winds and sub-zero temperatures freezing climbers in their tracks. Would you still make the climb, knowing that each step could be your last? What if I told you there's a mountain so deadly, even the best climbers in the world have met their end trying to conquer it? Standing at 3,967 meters, the Eiger is a true beast of the Alps. Located in the Swiss Bernese Oberland, it's infamous for its sheer cliffs and brutally dangerous north face. The Eiger North Face is one of the most feared climbs in mountaineering, so treacherous, it has earned the nickname, the North Face of Death. Since its first successful ascent in 1938, the Eiger's North Face has been a place of horror for climbers. At least 60 people have died trying to scale its slopes, many lost to rockfalls, avalanches, or simply the brutal, unrelenting exposure. The mountain's unpredictable weather is legendary. One moment you're climbing in sunshine, the next you're fighting to survive a storm so vicious it could freeze your blood in minutes. And it's not just the technical difficulty that makes the Eiger so dangerous, it's the feeling of isolation. Once you're on that face, there's no quick retreat. Every decision could mean life or death. How far would you push yourself on a mountain that takes no prisoners? What if a mountain's name itself told you everything you needed to know about its danger? At 8,126 meters, Nanga Parbat is the 9th highest mountain in the world, and it's earned the nickname Killer Mountain for a reason. The mountain's south face is one of the largest and most difficult vertical faces to climb on the planet. It's a place where only the bravest mountaineers dare to tread, knowing the risks are high, but the reward is eternal. Since the first ascent in 1953, Nanga Parbat has claimed more than 300 lives, making it one of the most lethal mountains in history. The dangers here are relentless. Avalanche-prone slopes, unstable weather patterns, and high altitudes where the body can break down within hours. But it's the remoteness that makes rescue efforts almost impossible. It's a mountain that punishes the slightest misstep. And when you're caught in one of its blizzards, there's no safety net, no exit. The mountain owns you. Would you be willing to risk everything for a summit that has claimed the lives of some of the world's greatest climbers? What if the greatest danger on a mountain wasn't the climb itself, but the weather that could tear you apart at a moment's notice? Standing at 3,405 meters, Fitzroy, also known as Cerro Chaltén, is a striking Patagonian icon in the southern Andes. But it's not just the mountain's height that makes it infamous. It's the weather that earns Fitzroy its terrifying reputation. Winds here regularly reach over 100 kilometers per hour, and the mountain is often buried under thick clouds and blizzards, making visibility nearly impossible. Mountaineers call Fitzroy's weather a true nightmare. violent storms, sudden temperature drops, and torrential rain. Many climbers have been forced to turn back, some after spending days trapped in freezing conditions. The mountain's notoriously unpredictable microclimates make it impossible to prepare for the extreme shifts in conditions. One minute the sun is shining, the next you're engulfed in a freezing storm, and when the weather turns, there's no warning. Many climbers have been caught off guard, facing sub-zero temperatures and howling winds that can freeze your body in minutes. Is this a mountain you would dare to face, or would you run from the storm before it consumes you? What if the ground beneath your feet was alive, and could erupt at any moment, destroying everything in its path? At 4,169 meters, Mauna Loa is the largest active volcano on Earth, located on the Big Island of Hawaii, but its true power lies beneath the surface. Mauna Loa covers over 2,000 square miles of land and rises from the ocean floor, towering above its surroundings. But it's not just its size that makes it dangerous, it's the unpredictable fury of its eruptions. In 1984, Mauna Loa erupted and sent rivers of lava down its slopes, nearly reaching Hawaii's capital, Hilo. And though it's been dormant since 1984, scientists warn that an eruption could occur at any moment. Unlike other volcanoes, Mauna Loa doesn't give much warning. Its eruptions are often preceded by little seismic activity, making it one of the hardest volcanoes to predict. And when it erupts, the devastation is swift. The lava from Mauna Loa can travel at speeds of up to 25 miles per hour, wiping out everything in its path, from forests to homes. It's a force of nature that cannot be outrun. Would you risk standing near a volcano that could unleash its fury with no warning? These mountains are not just natural wonders. They are ruthless giants, reminding us that beauty and danger often go hand in hand. So, which of these mountains would you dare to climb? Would you brave the deadly slopes of K2, face the volatile weather of Fitzroy, or risk the unpredictable fury of Mauna Loa? Let us know in the comments below. Which mountain tests your courage? Which one would you never set foot on? Your adventure begins here. If you love exploring the world's most dangerous and awe-inspiring places, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and join us for more journeys to the edges of the earth. Stay safe out there, and keep exploring with us here at Explore with Journey Junction.